orientation. The definition of sexual orientation is the direction of interest towards a member of the same sex or opposite sex. So if someone's direction of interest sexually, you know what I'm saying, is pointed towards a member of the same sex or opposite sex, then that means it's optional. If something is directional, that means it's optional. You have a choice. I like male or I like females. I can sleep with a male or I can sleep with a female. There is no choice in being born with black skin. There is no choice in being born with slanted eyes. There is no choice in being born with male or female genitalia. You know what I'm saying? So there is no I was born gay. And I'm going to give you an example to this, right? Now, when I tell you that your sexual orientation is directional and it's optional, and which means that it's a choice, we all know that sex is a pleasurable experience. A pleasurable experience. So let's look at other pleasurable experiences in life. So I'm going to go straight to food because I love food. You know what I'm saying? But I don't eat all food. I love steaks. I like green beans. I like hot sauce. I like fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too into Brussels sprouts or asparagus. Something that somebody who was raised a different way, they might be interested in those food. So I've developed a preference to what I like based on my choices. I can choose to eat asparagus, but I don't want to because I don't like it. There's a choice involved. I can choose to eat Brussels sprouts, but I don't because I don't like it. There's a choice involved. You know what I'm saying? So my point to you is that with sex being a pleasurable experience, that distinguishes it as something that you have a choice in. Because when it comes to food, which is a pleasurable experience, when it comes to drinking alcohol, which is a pleasurable experience, when it comes to smoking, which is a pleasurable experience, there are different choices. Some people eat steak, some people eat fish. When it comes to smoking, some people smoke Marlboros, some people smoke Newports. When it comes to drinking, some people drink Coors Light, some people drink Budweiser. You know what I'm saying? So to say that a person or a physician or anybody can speak and say that someone is born gay, then a physician should be able to look at a baby when it's newborn, look at an ultrasound when, you know what I'm saying, when the infant is still in the womb of its mother, and determine whether or not it's going to smoke Newports, drink Heinekens, and eat steak or fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? There's a choice in this. You know what I'm saying? So with there being a choice, there's not a civil rights issue. And homosexuals don't have a civil or legal claim on gay marriage because they're not the same. Two men are not the same as a man and a woman. And I'm going to tell you how they're not the same and why being a heterosexual is, some people will say better, but I want to choose that word. I'm going to say being a heterosexual is preferable to the betterment of our society. If two males lie together and one chooses to insert his penis in another man's anal canal, they receive nothing but sexual gratification. But if I choose to marry and lie with a woman and we receive our sexual gratification and I admit, you know what I'm saying, semen into her womb, a baby comes from that. Another person who contributes to our society. Another thinker, another worker, another warrior, someone who will promote and expand the betterment of our society. And if they don't, you know what I'm saying, they'll be punished if they try to take away from our society. We punish people who try to take away from our society. But there is nothing productive in being homosexual. When you say that homosexuals have the same right, the same entitlement to a heterosexual couple, you are saying that they are the same, and they are not. A heterosexual couple is productive. They are productive. There's nothing more valuable on this earth than another human being. Because since the beginning of time, we have had the same amount of resources. But certain bright human beings have taken those same resources and combined them and tweaked them and did certain things and came up with new creations, which is called technology. Our resources haven't changed, but certain humans, because of their mind, have invented new things, new inventions that are so adaptable to mankind that they have become innovation and changed our ways of life. And it is because their two parents got together and brought that person here. Two gay people can't do that. They're just getting their thing on, getting their freak on, getting their, and it's wrong to reduce sex to simple sexual pleasure or gratification when human beings come through Earth this way. There's no way to get to planet Earth except through sexual reproduction as far as human beings. And two gay people can reproduce a human being. So for you to say that two gay people lying together are the same and are equally entitled to the rights and privileges as two homosexuals are diminishing, you know what I'm saying, what the productivity and the possibilities of what a male and a female lying together can bring to the table. Gay people not bringing nothing to the table, but they want to be sexually pleased, and we have no objection to that. Our objection is that you are not entitled to the same rights as something that you are not identical to, as something that you are not equal to. Equal is a mathematical term. 4 equals 4, 2 equals 2, 3 equals 3. They're not equal, so they're not entitled to the same rights. I can't just go into a woman's bathroom and use it because I'm not equal with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like I should be able to walk into a woman's bathroom, don't give me that right. Gay people don't have no valid argument to stake their claim to gay marriage. They don't. But what you know what they do have? They have politicians pushing propaganda and television commercials, and even the President of the United States telling you that it's the same. You know what I'm saying? If you have any rationale at all, you know what I'm saying? Again, are two spoons the same as a fork and a spoon? We know a spoon serves a purpose as scooping up liquids, and the fork serves a purpose as to stabbing at my food to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Two separate purposes. Now you can put two spoons together. You can eat your salad with a spoon if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have no entitlement to that. You know what I'm saying? The government don't have to grant you no privilege that haven't been adhered to since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, now I just gave you a dictionary or philosophical or scientific analysis as far as defining what marriage is. But let me tell you what marriage is traditionally, point blank. Since the beginning of time, men have done their best to carefully preserve the chastity of their daughters in order to give them to a young male of another family who they deem worthy, so that they can come together and reproduce other citizens to further and expand their society and community, regardless of whatever religion, race, color, or creed. This is something that has gone on all over the world since the beginning of time, and you don't need a book to figure out what it is or none of that, or a literary or modern European definition. People have kept men from sleeping with their daughters in order to give them to somebody who is worthy, that they can produce upstanding members of their community to expand their society and fulfill what they need to do when they're gone, because they know they're going to pass away one day. That's the purpose in marriage. You know what I'm saying? To say that gay people should get married and call it a marriage, it diminishes the significance of what marriage is. You telling me the traditional reason of how human beings are born, people just sleeping together and being born, this is something new. This is something that people would kill you for in other countries when they find out that you done slept with their daughter and she ain't married you. And they might even kill their daughter too. This is something new. When you look at stuff, you can't look at right now. You have to look at the entire spectrum of history to make your determination, to come to your proper conclusion. You can't look at the last 5-10 minutes of a show. Can I look at the last 5-10 minutes of Matlock and decide who the killer is? You know what I'm saying? You need to look at the whole entire spectrum of everything.